The vehicle that we're going to be working on today is a 2014 Dodge Ram 2500 series pickup truck. I'm going to show you step by step how to remove the bezel and the radio as well. The procedure is the same for the 1500, the 2500, and the 3500 series trucks. So all of them will be the same based on what radio you have. I'll show you step by step on this particular model on what you need to do. So with that, first thing we're going to need to do in order to remove the bezel is to get to two of the fasteners that hold it in place. Up here in this little storage tray, coin holder, whatever you want to call it, there's a rubber liner. We've got to get the rubber liner out. I'm using my, as always, trusted trim stick. I've got the liner out. Now, inside, going straight down, are two T20 Torx screws. Get you a T20 driver. Back them all the way out. And sit them somewhere where you won't lose them. Now with that, what I want to do is I want to get this shifter handle out of the way slightly. So I'm going to turn just the key on. I'm going to keep my foot on the brake and go ahead and apply the emergency brake also. Now I can move it down, get it out of the way. You can grab up here kind of firmly and pull, and it pretty much snaps it all the way loose. Now we can gently pull the handle back, and now we can lift up and get to everything on the back side. We've got two connectors that we're going to take loose on this particular model for the AC control head, as well as for the switch bank directly below it. Now if you want, you can leave the bezel on and attached and just leave it like this and get to the radio. That's all up to you. If you're trying to do any repairs like replace the integrated brake controller switch, get to it from the back side, AC control head you can get to as well. Just for visual purposes, I removed it, and now we're going to sit it to the side and we'll move on to the radio. At this point, I've got me a 9/32 nut driver. I'm going to go ahead and take the bolts loose. This one actually uses bolts instead of screws. You get a little bit of each. Some of them are Phillips, some are Torx, some of these are nuts, or excuse me, bolts that you can use a nut driver for. Go ahead and put it back in gear, turn it off. Alright, now we can just pull straight out. Get to the back side to all the connectors. You've got everything from satellite to radio to other connectors as well. This one has a connector on the back, the larger one, that you will actually pull up on the edge. And once you get it pulled up, you actually act like a lever. It actually pull the connector loose and then try to catch it so you don't make it drop 2 inches like I did. Otherwise, here's your radio, main connector, the three smaller connectors I was telling you about. Installation is always the opposite of removal. For the connector, I'll show you. Make sure the lock tab's pulled directly all the way up. Insert it till it stops. As you're pushing in on the lever as well, so you hear the snap. That connector is now fully seated. With that, I always appreciate you watching my videos. Always stay tuned for more.